if you have this doubt कि market में return आते हैं हमारे क्यों नहीं आते, just look forward to this presentation. Thank you, Vaibhav.
Thank you, Ankit, and thanks the entire team at Wealth Nivesh to give us this opportunity. One very important thing, I'm sure all of you have been here since afternoon, so it's been a long day. So last 15 minutes, and we'll try and make it as interactive as possible. So maybe when you see this photo, what do you think? Is he happy, sad, confused? Maybe can some people raise hands? Happy? No one thinks. Sad? Confused? Everyone thinks he's confused. And that's what happens with markets. When you invest in markets, you think your neighbor is making earning money, he's buying a Mercedes, he's buying a BMW. But when you see yourself, you see you're not making returns in markets. And this brings me to the topic for today, which is how funds always deliver returns, but somehow we don't make money. And I had a lot of experts before me who speak fund management language, they understand markets. As investors, our main job should be how do we make returns? Because markets are not in our control. The only thing in our control is how to make money. So let me see if I can change slide. Yeah. So this is a slide which is actually a reality for many of us, where funds have given exceptionally high returns, but our returns are maybe half of what the funds return are. And this happens mainly because somewhere it has got to do with how we behave in markets and how we invest in markets. So today we are touching on the topic of how investors' behavior is the most important thing that you can control while making investments. Have all of you seen this chart? And do you all remember 2008, 2007, 2008? Right? And you would have seen there was a lot of euphoria in markets and we used to pump in a lot of money. And suddenly 2008, 2009 happened. And you really lost 50% of your wealth. So markets goes through this cycle where you become very greedy or you become very fearful in a very short period of time. One of the beautiful things that Warren Buffett says, and Warren Buffett is considered the father of investing, is that when a panwala starts talking about stock markets, then please redeem all your investments. And when you go to cocktail parties and everyone says, what is your favorite stock? That's a danger signal. And when you go to markets and events and no one talks about stocks, actually that's the time you should invest in stock markets. So maybe you let me know whether today people are talking too much about stocks or no. Do you think? Where do you think we are in this journey? Which stage are we? Do you think we are in euphoria? I don't think so. I don't think so we are in euphoria. In euphoria, everyone is like, yaar, maine to aaj itna paisa kamaya. I'll tell you my honest story. When I was in stock markets, like my introduction said, in 2017, I was thinking every day I was earning what I used to earn in a month. And I started thinking why am I working? And then 2008 happened and then I said, thank God I have a job. So I don't think so we are in that stage that euphoria is still there. I think we are still in a stage where I don't think so people are disappointed. That's a time maybe a year and a half, 2 years. But we are somewhere here. We are still excited. We are hopeful Mr. Modi wins. Let's see whether he wins or no. But I think there's still a lot of rally left in markets. And I believe a lot of money is still to be made in markets. If you think behavior impacts us, I think so you will be wrong. Behavior actually impacts the world's most smartest people. Does everyone know Isaac Newton? What did he invent? So this is a story of Isaac Newton. And this story says, Isaac Newton invested in this company. When you can see it's almost at the bottom. He exits he makes good amount of money and he is very, very happy. Then he sees his friends becoming even richer than him. And this is a time he starts becoming very jealous. He starts seeing his neighbors and says, oh, they are making more money than me. I bought this stock very early. What should I do? Now Isaac Newton again buys the stock. And this time he invests more money in this company. Because he's made money in this stock, he feels he should invest more money. You know what happens? And Isaac Newton becomes broke, becomes bankrupt. It's an actual story. And this is what markets are all about. It's all about discipline of investing. This happens to the brilliantest minds of the world. If you don't follow discipline of investing, you will not make money. And why does this happen? I think a lot of you have been investing from 2008. Maybe if I can have few people to raise hands, if any of these stocks are part of your portfolio. Maybe any Anil Ambani stocks, Unitech, Suzlon, JP Associates, anything that any one of you hold for more than 10 years? JP Associates. Suzlon, maybe you are good. Very few of you have ever experienced that. Whenever I have gone to conferences, I have seen most of the people raise hands for most of these stocks. And this is the pleasure when you make gains is this much. But the pain for the same quantum is this much. And that's why you hold stocks for a long period. आप assume करते हो उसकी price आएगी. उसकी price आएगी. India में, you know how many stocks are listed? 8,000 stocks, yes. How many are traded? Maybe only couple of thousand. I used to look at my father's demat statement holding many years back. उसमें से 25 stocks were completely not even trading or they have been delisted. Zero price. How many have the same experience? Zero price for many stocks. क्यों हमने बेचे नहीं है सर? Hope कि उसका कभी ना कभी प्राइस आएगा. So that's the pain of holding. And the first rule of investing is hold on to winners. If you held Reliance Industries or a Sun Pharma or an Hindustan Lever for this same time frame, then you would all have become, you're all millionaires, I know, you would have become all super millionaires. You know Narayan Murthy, all of us know Narayan Murthy, right? You know what is the worth of Narayan Murthy's driver? How much is he worth? Can you imagine? Narayan Murthy's driver must be worth 100 crores. Okay. This is because there was stock given to him and he didn't understand stock markets like all of us do, or at least we think we do. And he held on to that stock for very, very, very long period of time. And because he held this stock for a very, very, very long time, he made a lot of money. So when you have winners, please hold to winners. When you have losers, sell them first and sell them quickly. So a lot of the speakers said, and which is very important, is buy companies where corporate governance, management quality is good. Buy companies as if you are the owner of the company. Don't buy के अरे कल क्या भाव है, परसों क्या भाव है, उसका भाव एक महीने के बाद क्या होगा. You don't know what will happen. Buy as if you are the owner of the business and you will make a lot of money. Next, all of you have heard the story Pied Piper? What happens in Pied Piper? Bed chal. So everyone follows. Herd mentality बोलते हैं English में. So same thing. Why are you investing in markets? My friend is investing. My neighbor is investing. Don't invest because your friend or your neighbor or anyone else is investing. Invest because you want to invest. Invest because you have surplus money. So when you make an investment in a particular stock or a mutual fund, don't do it because your neighbor, friend, or anyone has invested. Invest with your own research, with the help of research from Wealthy Nivesh and the team to make your decision. Invest with your clear objective and don't follow everyone. How many of you watch CNBC? Please raise your hands. CNBC. Very few. I'm surprised. Or others are scared. But honestly, if you want to make money in stock markets, stop watching CNBC. I'm not against CNBC. Okay, people who come on CNBC, please hear them out. And some of the experts were here today or future or wherever they come. They'll say, buy today. You go to the same guy tomorrow and he'll say, sell tomorrow. After 1 week, you'll ask him, what is your view? His view is negative. After 1 week, his view becomes positive. I don't know how it changes so fast. So the idea is, cut out the noise. When you make investments, don't listen to people, or even including me, who claim to be experts. Do your own research. And first, CNBC mein I can tell you, no one is an expert, no one gives free advice. Sir will also tell you there is no such thing as free lunch. Free advice kuch nahi hoti hai markets mein. So all experts who come on CNBC have a vested interest. Take multiple opinions before investing in markets. Don't rely on only one news. Right? And don't talk to, as like I said, social parties, kitty parties. Don't talk markets. You will lose money. Don't talk to your neighbors, relatives, and buy those stocks. You will lose money. This is a beautiful circle. When we invest in markets, एक circle होता है which says what you should consider while choosing a stock. But हम क्या सोच के लेते हैं in small blue circle. So we choose to invest in market only investing basis few things that we actually want. So there is an information that you should use while investing in markets, and there is an information that you believe you want to hear while investing in markets. And this is called availability bias in investing. So while investing, be very smart. Take care of all information while investing. एक बहुत important चीज़ that I want to say is, in investing, while you invest, this fund has done exceptionally well for past 5 years. Last 1 year return is bad. What do you do? What do you think you should do? Should you buy? Should you hold? Should you sell? So I'm assuming if the process remains the same, there is no reason for you to take a decision other than that. Very brilliant example Manish had given, that there were times Reliance didn't do very well for maybe 3 years, 5 years. If you believe it's a great company, doesn't matter if it doesn't do well for 2-3 years. Actually hold it on for long period. Idea is, you are the captain of your own ship, you're captain of your portfolio. When you invest, don't look at last 6 months, 12 months return. Look how things have generated returns for long periods. And when you start seeing returns over long periods of time, then you will make a lot of money. So this brings me to the second part of the presentation, is what should you do? So this pie chart tells you in left side things that matter, and the right side things that you can control. आप बताओ, can Modi win is in your control? Maybe your vote you can, but maybe not. What will be the government policies? Can you control? I don't think so. Can you finalize whether US में recession होगा या नहीं होगा? Can you decide what will be the income tax after 2 years? So these are things which are completely out of your control. So don't spend time and energy on this. Just spend time and energy thinking, lot of people asked foreign flows आएंगे कि नहीं आएंगे, क्या फ़र्क पड़ता है? आपके flows आएंगे कि नहीं जब market गिर रहा है? That should matter. So the thing that we need to think and ponder is कि market जब गिरेगा, will I invest or will I not invest? So focus only on things that you can control. And if you can focus on that, you can make a lot of money. Mr. Anju Chabra in the previous session showed how in debt you should make investment. But मैं आपको एक चीज़ बोलता हूँ, हम invest जब करते हैं, while you say there are some children I can see today, when you say invest for children and say I want to invest for their marriage or for their education, would you want to redeem that money till their education date or their marriage date comes? Ideally you will not. So you will hold on to that investment because you said I want this money only for their marriage. For each investment, why don't you put a certain goal for your investments? Because when you put a goal for your investments, आप एक return chaser के बदले एक goal chaser हो जाओगे. And it doesn't matter whether index 65,000 है, 56,000 है, या 1 lakh है, या 35,000 है. What will only matter is कि आप goal से कितने दूर हो. So for example, your goal is that you want to plan for your children's marriage, which say cost maybe 3 crores. And today markets are at 65,000. और आपका portfolio खाली 25 lakhs है. How does it matter कि कल 70,000 होगा या 1 lakh होगा? आपका गोल तो 3 करोड़ है, आप तो 25,000 पे ही हो. So it will not matter if index is 70,000, 80,000 or 1 lakh. If the goal will happen after 15 years, stay invested. Because if you stay invested for 15 years, you will make maybe not 3 crores, maybe you will make more than 3 crores. And might be that you might make a grander wedding than what you thought. So idea is make a goal, invest as per that goal. That's the main thing that you should think while investing rather than invest based on the past returns of markets. One very important thing, and I'm sure Ankit and the team will tell you, is that market में ना return बनते हैं, हम सोचते हैं timing से बनते हैं, तो let me time markets. But history has proven it. Returns only come by making the right asset allocation. Right asset allocation मतलब equity में कितना invest किया, कितना gold में, कितना real estate में, और कितना debt में. Whenever I go to any forum, people said real estate में मेरा experience बहुत अच्छा है, stock markets में खराब है. तो I have a question, real estate का आपने investment किया, land हो या कोई भी property, आपने कब बेची? Maybe 15 years, 20 years. अगर if you had given that 20 years to stock markets, I could have bet that stock markets would have outperformed real estate. But आपने equity every year, 6 months, 1 year, 2 year के return देखे. And you redeemed from that. That's why your experience in equities is not that great. अगर आपने real estate की तरह equities में invest किया होता था, तो सेंसेक्स चालू हुआ था 1980, तब इंडेक्स लेवल था 100. इंडेक्स लेवल आज है 65,000. इंडिया में आप कितनी भी रियल एस्टेट देख लो, कोई भी मार्केट देख लो, 100 का तो 65,000 कोई भी मार्केट में नहीं हुआ. और ये तो मैं मार्केट की बात कर रहा हूँ. आप स्टॉक्स की बात करोगे, देयर विल बी मेनी स्टॉक्स जो 100 के 65,000 नहीं होंगे, 100 के 6,50,000 होंगे. Like I said, Narayan Murthy's driver is worth, say maybe 100 crores. So give stock markets the same time frame of 10 years, 20 years. Do the right asset allocation. Market timing mat kijiye. You will make lot of returns. एक और चीज, when markets go up, book some profits. When markets go down, add money in markets. This is called portfolio rebalancing. in this chart it shows अगर आपने portfolios को regularly rebalance किया, you will tend to make 30 to 40% more returns by doing portfolio rebalancing. And the team here at Wealthy Nivesh will tell you when to change your allocation between equity, debt and how frequently to rebalance. पर अगर आपने rebalance नहीं किया और जब market गिरा और पैसा नहीं डाला और जब markets ऊपर चला गया और profit book नहीं किया, तो you will not make that much. You have to make your asset allocation and rebalancing based on your goals. Maybe the last couple of slides. अगर आपने देखा लास्ट बहुत सारे एक्सपर्ट्स ने बताया बिफोर मी कि स्टॉक मार्केट्स के रिटर्न 15% है. अगर आप ये चार्ट देखेंगे और इसकी एवरेज रिटर्न देखेंगे, देयर इज नॉट अ पॉइंटर, अदरवाइज आई वुड हैव शोड इट. बीच के अगर आप पॉइंट देखें 14.9, 15, 14.4, 14.7, दिस इज एवरेज रिटर्न ऑफ मार्केट ओवर 7 year, 10 year, 15 year, 25 years. Markets के average return from 7 years to 25 years 15% रहे. If you get the timing right, तो आपको 30%, 20% बन सकते हैं. If you get your timing wrong, then also you can make higher returns than FD. But if you invest on an average for 7 years, 10 years, 15 years, you will make on an average more than 15%. और आज इंडिया में कोई इन्वेस्टमेंट नहीं है जो आपको 15% टैक्स एफिशिएंट रिटर्न्स दे सकती है. सेंसेक्स हैज बीन देयर फॉर लास्ट 40 years. 40 years में एक साल में 250 ट्रेडिंग सेशंस पकड़ लो तो 10,000 days है. इन दीज 10,000 days, if you missed any 10 days, okay, any 10 days in 40 years, your returns from 15, okay, if you had invested for all days, you would have made 15%. If you missed 10 days out of that 10,000 days, 15's return would have become 11. If you missed 20 days, 8%. And if you missed 40 days, 3%. Which are those 10 days, 20 days? Can any one of us tell in advance? Can any one of you predict that 10, 20 days in advance in the next 10, 20, 30 years? Then why are we trying to time markets? Stay invested. If you don't know in the next 5, 10, 20 years, which are those 10, 20 days, there's no point timing markets. Stay invested. And if you remain invested, you'll make enough wealth. This is story of an actual mutual fund in India. This fund, if you had invested, NAV of 10 has become how much? More than 1,000. 10 has become more than 1,000. इसको बोलते हैं more than 100x returns. 100 times return. In this, you will see there are many years, 3.5 years, 0 return. There is a year when 50% of that fund return is lost. 6 years, 0 return. Yet, this fund has generated 100 times return. So stay invested. Beautiful saying by Warren Buffett. Invest assuming markets are closed for 10 years. And if you invest for long, you will make a lot of money. So last slide saying what we believe you should do. One is I'm very happy to see a lot of ladies here. Finance is not a man's job, right? Both of them have to be equally involved. Next is start maintaining a budget and decide how much you will invest. Third, please all of you get enough insurance. Pandemic has told us less insurance means less safety for your families. And most important, I was behind this chair, it says take help of an advisor. If you are sick, you may do home remedies. If you get more sick, what do you do? Who do you go to? Do you go to a carpenter, plumber? No, you will go to a doctor. Why? He is the solution for you. So when you invest in markets, why go to a cocktail party and listen to someone and buy that stock? Why go to a presentation and hear someone and invest? Invest listening to your advisor, because he knows how much you need the money, where you need the money, and how long you need to invest. So take the help of an advisor. All our funds are doing very well. So unlike all the other speakers, I have not a single slide to show why Mirae has done well. I'm sure this pitch Ankit can maybe tell you. If you choose any category, I can tell you we have the solution for you. But last, we see this line which we call as volatility. अगर हमको heart attack आता है, if it doesn't go up and down, you know what does it mean, right? And if markets don't go up and down, that can't happen. So markets will keep going up and down. That is their job. What you can do is to manage your behavior. Because if you manage the way you invest, I can tell you a lot of you will make a lot of money. So best of luck, happy investing, and try and make a lot of wealth.